I only got one cat.
Okay, all
I only got
right.
one cat. So, I got one cat and one dog. So not a crazy cat lady. Just yeah, I've always had a cat.
Yeah.
Always have had a cat. So
Now, what is a comfortable number of cats to own before you are considered the crazy cat lady?
I I think you can't have more cats in your home than you do people. I
Okay,
think is like the way I look at it.
that is fair. Yep.
Hey, she's a beauty.
Welcome to Tarducks, a podcast for content creators to come on, share their experiences, advice, and stories. And tonight I have Linzical. Welcome.
Hi.
So glad you're able to join me. This is going to be fun.
Yes. Yes, I'm looking forward to it.
Just keep saying in your head, this will be fun. I'm not nervous.
Uh-huh.
You'll be fine. All right. So, what we do is we start the pod off with 3 rapid questions just to get the juices flowing. So, are you ready?
Okay. I am ready.
All right. So,
Let's
last
go.
movie you saw?
Ooh, last movie. Return of the King, Lord of the Rings.
Okay. Best thing about where you live?
Ooh, the sunsets. The
Oh,
sunsets.
nice. All right. And if you could sit down with anybody in history and have a conversation with them for an hour, who would you like to talk to?
Okay. I'd say Jim Carrey. I'd
Oh,
go with Jim
okay.
Carrey.
Very cool. What is your favorite Jim Carrey movie?
Ooh, probably Yes Man.
Okay. For me, it's probably Dumb and Dumber because that one would
Ooh, that's
just
good.
that one just had me in stitches and just tears rolling on my eyes. That was yes, that was a good one. So, welcome to the pod. So what did you do before you went live? What's your background?
Currently I still do full-time work. I do automotive restoration. I am the interior department of there, so I take down the seats, I rebuild them, put new
Oh,
covers on, and do the panels and
yeah.
put all the stuff back in the cars, make it look all new again.
Oh, wow. Hence why that video you uploaded the other day was you doing some, what was it? You were putting some wax on, or what were you doing?
Paint correcting. Before
Oh,
I started doing that for them, I did a lot of that as my background with them.
yeah.
So,
Oh, cool. So now do you have a car that you work on as a hobby or?
yeah,
Oh, cool.
my Mustang, my 2015. I just got it last year, and I'm just starting to do stuff to it.
Yeah. Oh, no
So,
way. So what is the big thing you're going to do to it?
I'm really wanting to get good at the half mile time.
Yeah.
So slowly do mods to do that. This winter I'm going to try to do a K member swap and lighten up the front end because it'll take like 50 pounds off the car,
Yeah.
and just slowly start to do stuff to it.
Oh,
Just to get it performance wise, so it's good for a half mile.
oh no way. So you actually go on the track and do like a half mile runs?
I haven't yet. I
Yeah.
haven't yet, but I will. I go to an event every year where I've seen it for like 5 or 6 years, and I'm
Yeah.
like, I want to go.
Oh,
I want
no
to go. I
way.
want to do it. I want to actually do it and not just see it. So,
Yeah. And has anybody like toasted their cars at these events?
I haven't. I've seen cars break down, but I haven't seen like two cars collide in the
Yeah.
many years that I've been there, which is good.
That is good. Oh, cool. So now, are you a racing fan as well, or really just performance cars and seeing how fast they can go?
Um, I used to watch NASCAR whenever I was younger, but I haven't kept up with it
Yeah.
later on. So,
Oh, very cool. All right. So now, where did video games start for you?
oh, probably age. It was either I was either 4 or 5, and my dad he asked me, he says, "Do you want a PlayStation or a Nintendo 64?" And I'm like, what are you talking about? I just gave him a random thing. I said Nintendo 64, and then we played Mario 64 like together,
Yeah.
and that's where that started. All of that.
Oh, no way. That's
Yep.
very cool. And now, over the years, what are some of the memorable video games that that stick out as your favorites?
Ooh. I usually end up going back to World of Warcraft at some point.
Yeah.
Like right now, I've been doing Wrath Classic, and I guess Escape from Tarkov, of course.
Yes, of course.
I've never had a shooter stick out to me like that before. I've
Yeah.
stuck around. I think I've put 3,500 hours in that game or something crazy. So, and then I mean, I like my cozy games too. I like it is all over the place as far as my video game taste.
Yeah.
Same thing like my music taste, just everywhere. Like Animal Crossing.
Yeah.
I don't know, like Assassin's Creed
Yeah.
games. All the Fable games because I really like a good RPG.
Okay. Yeah, so you
So
really are spread out across, like,
yeah.
Animal Crossing to Tarkov to, yeah, it's wild. And now, when did you jump from console over to PC?
Oh, about 10 years ago.
Yeah,
My first job ever was McDonald's,
yeah,
and I was working there through college, and I had a lot of PC coworkers there, and I had one show me. Well, they came over there, like started messing with my console, like, "How do you do this?" And I'm like, "What do you mean? It's fine."
yeah,
And they like gave me a bunch of their old PC parts, and I had my old PC on a like they didn't have a case for me though, so I had to
yeah.
save for a case. So I was like working. I had a PC, but it was on a cardboard box. So I had all their old parts.
Wow. Oh my God. Now, what were some of the first PC games you jumped into back then? World of Warcraft, probably?
That and Battlefield 4.
Oh,
Battlefield 4
okay.
just came out,
Yeah.
so I have a lot of hours in that game too.
That's one of my favorite. Just and all the DLC that came out for that game was just so good.
Yes, yes,
Yeah. And then you look at what Battlefield is today and you're just like, all they had to do was replicate what 4 was and maybe just some new stuff.
right.
Like, how bad could they screw that up? Oh my Lord. It's
4 is
crazy.
definitely my favorite.
Yeah. Yeah, totally. And now did you like to fly a certain vehicle or use it for a certain vehicle or always pick a certain role or that depended on what you're trying to do?
Ooh, I I was never a big vehicle person,
Yeah.
so I never like flew, and I never did tanks, but I did the support role a lot. I
Yeah.
liked that, and then I liked assault too.
Yeah. Oh,
So I
okay.
would never did engineer though. I never
Yeah.
did that.
And now what game mode did you play a lot of?
Ooh, I like team deathmatch a lot.
Yeah.
That's probably, and
Okay.
then large conquest sometimes, depending on the map.
Yeah. Okay. So now what else are you playing these days besides Tarkov?
I can't laugh. The new Disney Dreamlight game. I've been doing some of that.
Nothing wrong with
Um,
that. Nobody's laughing at you at that one. That looks entertaining.
it really is.
Yeah.
Let's see here. I'm trying to like look through here. I think it's. I'm looking. I'm looking. Obviously, Wrath of the Lich King Classic because it was so good.
Yeah.
It's so good. Um, do. I'm trying to think. I think it's Rise of Titans. I'm thinking of.
Okay.
Maybe it's a dinosaur game.
All right.
It's a dinosaur game. I can't think of it quite. I always get the name wrong, but
Yeah.
it's really fun too. You actually role play as a dinosaur, and
Oh.
then it's actually all online, so everyone is like also that. So you can be a herbivore or a
Yeah.
carnivore, and it gets kind of
Okay.
crazy.
Interesting. And
It's kind
now,
of like the Isle.
oh, okay. And now a little bit ago you said your variety of games is similar to your music. So like what are some of your music tastes then?
Ooh. I really like okay, EDM, classic rock,
Yeah.
country.
Yeah.
It jumps around everywhere. I really like pop rock because I
Yeah.
was a scene kid growing up, so I
Mhm.
like pop punk and that
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Ah.
Just everywhere.
Now what is on your playlist right now?
Ooh,
A
right
bit of
now.
everything? Yeah. What's your top 3 songs out of your playlist if you pull it up?
It just looks like Sunday Morning by Maroon 5,
Yeah.
Circles by Machine Heart, and Playing God by Paramore.
All right, there we go. Awesome. So, what made you go live?
I had a lot of social anxiety before I went live. and I thought it would be a way to help me grow as a person.
Yeah.
And then as I kept streaming, I'd get a message every now and again saying, "Your stream has been helping me out a lot."
Oh,
And I'm
nice.
like, I have that impact on somebody,
Yeah.
and I guess that's been my driving force now is like I'm actually feel like I'm doing something. Does that make sense?
Oh,
Like,
absolutely. Oh, that's cool. And now, do you still have that anxiety, like when you get away from streaming, like you go out, or is really it just
I still feel like the social battery like after like 3 or 4 hours, but I don't get like anxious
yeah,
like I was. So it's helped me out. I can tell in like my IRL relationships too,
yeah,
like meeting new people because it isn't as bad. So
yeah.
it was just a really good tool for me.
Oh, that's good because if you think about it, you're when somebody comes in a chat, they're a stranger, but you're in a place that's comfortable. So it's
Hmm.
just sort of like you said, it helps you get over that sort of first moments or whatnot, and then you do it enough because so many different people come in and chat. I guess in IRL, it sort of gives you that courage or confidence, maybe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, okay. And now, how long? When did you first stream?
Ooh. Well, I streamed World of Warcraft for 3 months when I was in college, and
Yeah,
it was like overwhelming trying to do that and like work full time. And I had just got a house, so I put it away for a while, and I
yeah.
picked it back in May of 2020, and I've been doing it since then.
Oh, okay. Now, would you say you're like a COVID streamer? Like COVID came and it's like, all right, I'm home. It's time to do this, or
Um, it was just timing. It was
yeah.
just timing because I graduated from college in summer of 2019.
Oh my
So
God, you
it.
just made me feel so old.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I'm sorry.
I'm kidding. And so that's after college. That's the oh cool.
Yeah, I just wanted to pick it back up because I
Yeah.
did like it, and I just wanted to see what would come out of it. And I found Tarkov, and the community was like so. I mean, I've seen other gaming categories, but I've never seen um, a a game bring people together in the way Tarkov does. Like
Yeah.
it seems like everyone's just so nice and like caring and just for each other. Like that's what I like about the Tarkov community.
Yeah. And now, what was Tarkov your first game you streamed when you came back?
It wasn't.
Oh, okay.
Um, I tried to do Hollow Knight for a little while,
Yeah.
but I had been playing Tarkov in like 2019, but I didn't know like I don't know. I remember when I streamed it for the first time, I was like super nervous
Yeah.
because like I was like still learning the game, but I'm like, okay, I'm just gonna do it. I'm just gonna do it. I was just like playing the games I was comfortable with, and then one
Yeah.
day I tried it, and then I started building connections in the community, and it was so nice.
Oh, nice. That's really cool. And now, since you've been streaming, what is some of the, tougher things you've found about going live?
Ooh, I guess just having to constantly just think about like content, the stuff that you're gonna do, just planning that stuff out.
Yeah.
That's probably one of the harder things I can think of. Just constantly just trying to think of stuff to keep things fresh. And
Yeah. Oh, okay. And now since you went live, what's some of the moments that you're like, this is really cool? What are some of the aha moments?
I guess I remember one TTS specifically that one of my viewers did. She had said, "Thank you for being so kind and making me feel welcome." And she had never been felt so loved by someone's community before.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it was just like I don't know, it about brought me to tears. Like I'm
Oh
not a
no.
crier,
Yeah.
but I'm like oh my gosh. I'm like I don't know, that was a big aha moment for
Yeah.
me.
Oh, that's so cool. And now, how about that first time you went live and you had these, strangers in your chat? Like, were you like, what do I do? What do I talk about?
Oh man. Yeah, that was oh man, I was so nervous because I'm like trying to keep conversation and I'm
Yeah.
like, okay. I mean, you having like really bad social anxiety back then. I'm like, oh my
Yeah.
gosh, hopefully I'm saying the right thing. And oh man, it was something.
Well, you were saying the right things. People came back, right?
Yeah, that's true.
And now, if somebody came to you and said, "Hey, Lindsay, I'm thinking about going streaming live," what would you say to them? What kind of advice would you give them?
Um, I would tell them that I would work on external content along with streaming
Yeah.
because I think it's very important to whenever I first started, I was like doing like 12-hour streams, like
Yeah.
doing all these crazy things, and that's just not it. Like I feel like so you need to do external content, whether it be like TikToks and
Yeah.
shorts and YouTube vids and all that stuff. I think putting those two together would be good.
Yeah.
And then make sure you have a okay mic and just go for it
Yeah.
and look in. Yeah. Yep.
All right. That's cool. And now, over the years, actually, let's go back. Do you remember your first subs and your first mods?
Ooh.
Those first people that came in, like actually, subbed you. Like, holy crap, somebody likes what they're watching.
I do. I do. I have my very first sub still, like he comes around sometimes.
Yeah.
And it's always so cool seeing him come back, and he's just like, man, I've seen this channel grow so much over the past like 2.5 years. It's crazy.
Oh.
My very first mods, I remember them very specifically. It was Tifa and Cope, and I mean, it is just insane just how much time has like flown by,
Yeah.
and they're still around.
Oh, that's so cool. And now you are a part of, or you joined up with the Chadettes, right?
I did.
So, what are the Chadettes for people who don't know?
They are females that female streamers that play Tarkov. And Nixia is the founder of the Chadettes. Very, very nice, kind person. I don't know. I played with her a couple times, and I
Yeah.
don't. She's I don't know. She's the perfect person to be the be the
Yeah.
person for this. Um, it's a really just like a good place for just females to just
Yeah.
talk about whatever. Just yeah,
Yeah. A placed event. It's,
yep.
females only. You got your Discord. You can, vent or just bounce ideas off of each other, right?
Yes, yep. And any person that's listening to this, if you're not, feel free to reach out.
She was on the pod a while ago and she told me about it. And I thought it was such a great concept because, first of all, being on Twitch, it's, you could find some weird things going on and even more so when you're female. And it just,
Hmm.
it draws even, some of the stranger people out to have that place where you can go and, share information, or it's like, hey, I got this creepy guy. Oh yeah. So yeah. So like you can just spread the word around that way too.
Yes, yes, it is. It is very nice. It is very nice to have that, like those connections, like so
Yeah.
you don't feel so alone.
Right.
Like if something does happen like that,
Yeah.
um, it's good. It's a good tool.
And
Um,
now, ever since you've been, joined in with the chat, say anything that sticks out that is memorable. Like, oh, I'm so glad I had the chat because I was able to, they helped me with streaming or something like that.
I would say, yeah, it's just a general peace of mind, and it's just so nice to like go in and like, because there's like a place where we can say like happy birthday to each other,
Yeah,
and it's just nice to just like connect with each other every so often, and being able to like like give someone else advice if they're having issues, because like I'll go in there and be like just give advice if
yeah.
someone needs it and stuff. So
Oh, that's yeah. It is such a cool place. And now, when it comes to Escape from Tarkov, how did you find this game?
I remember watching someone do Factory for the first time, and I was like, "What in the heck is this game?"
Yeah,
I was like, "What is this?" And they're trying to figure out where they need to go, where they need to get out at, and I'm like, what is this? And I start like looking into it, and then our IRL group all got the game, and we all
yeah,
started learning together, and it was a lot of fun. It was a lot of fun. I guess that was it. Just a chance of
yeah.
someone trying it out.
Oh man. And now, when you first, because it's the learning curve on this game is crazy steep. What was for you? What was some of the tougher things to wrap your head around?
Ooh, I guess it was like probably the armor types
Yeah.
and then the ammo types, and all the crazy things you could do to build your gun.
Mm-hmm.
The extracts, no, learning that there's scav extracts and PMC extracts.
Yeah.
There's just so much to it. It was overwhelming, but
It-
I would say the biggest thing that helped me was just like having a map
yeah.
and then just practicing.
Yeah. One of the things I didn't realize the R key was rotate. It was a couple of weeks before I realized, oh shit, you can Oh my God. It was like an eye opening experience.
Yes. Yes.
And now, what is the hook this game has on you that just makes you have put so many hours into playing it?
Man. There's always something to learn because like I'm still learning stuff and
Yeah.
I have like over 3,000 hours in it and it's crazy. Like I'm still trying to like learn labs pretty
Yeah.
like the layout of it, learning the rotations, like doing this. And I think it's just the constant there's something to learn and I still need to learn Lighthouse
Yeah.
a lot more and I think that's it. Like there's just something to always get better at.
Hmm. Yeah. I'm the same way with Lighthouse. I haven't really jumped into it probably as much as I should. And it's just, I don't know, it just doesn't grab me.
I like the maps that are indoors. Like I really like interchange. I
Hmm.
really like labs.
Yeah.
I really like going into like dorms and resort
Yeah.
for like shoreline, because I like I guess building fights or like
Yeah.
yeah I guess you would say
Yeah. The CQB fights. Yeah. I love Interchange. That's probably my favorite map.
because I play airsoft too and
Oh,
like that's
okay.
the way I prefer is like I do this like I like the CQB stuff and like the
Yeah.
smaller stuff and then instead of like doing like the woods.
Yeah. No, so you're an airsoft person too.
I am.
Yeah. What is your weapon of choice?
I have a M4. It's like the Hera Arms Edition M4. And I have a red dot sight that I put on it, and I put a silencer on it.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've done some upgrades like internally to the gun too, and
Yeah.
all that stuff. But yeah, Hera Arms M4.
Oh, cool. And now, do you play with a certain group of people, or just go to a place and where everybody else shows up and plays?
I have a few coworkers that play, and but we don't have like enough people to like play like 5 people. So
Yeah.
there's a place that's like 2 or 3 hours away that we go to,
Yeah.
and they have like 4 different styles. Like they have like really close quarters and like
Yeah.
medium, and then they have like the big course.
Now,
So,
no injuries from any of these airsoft battles or anything. I hope.
the only thing that I had happen was I got hit point blank in the lip,
Oh.
um, like from just like a couple feet away,
Yeah. Oh no.
and that was painful.
I bet.
But besides that, it was pretty good. I had my mouth guard in, so
Yeah.
I didn't have any broken teeth or anything. But my lip was
Oh. Yep. Stinging for a little bit, probably.
yeah.
Oh man. So now, when it comes to Tarkov, is there, what are some of your favorite quests you like to do, or what quest do you like when it pops up? You're like, shit, I hate this quest.
Ooh, the quests that I don't like, setup can be rough sometimes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the shotgun one, right?
Yes.
Yes, I hate shotguns to begin with. And any shotgun mission, I just hate, absolutely despise.
Yeah, because like after you get so used to the gun that you use all the time, then you have to jump to the shotgun. And you're like, oh boy.
Yeah.
My favorite quest, I don't know. I really like doing chumming. I mean, I guess that's probably because it's interchange.
Yeah.
Because I really like interchange, so
Yeah.
I'd probably say anything that's interchange quest wise. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm ready. Let's do it.
And there's a night aspect to that one too. You got to get PMCs at night as well.
Yep.
So what's your opinion on the state of the game right now? Because it's feeling kind of stale right now.
Man, it just seems like Tarkov has that cycle. It seems about this time, it people start falling off, and
Yeah.
then they'll come out with a patch. Hopefully, probably here soon of
Yes.
something, because it feels like that's probably going to happen really soon. I just feel it.
Yeah.
I just feel like Tarkov has this cycle where there's a big hype and then it goes down, and then it's just a roller coaster all
Yeah.
the time. So.
Yeah. It seems like we hit this lull sooner than normal. I don't know if it just feels that way or actually, we have, but it's just like about a few weeks ago, it's just like, okay, for me, it's like, all right, I'm going to play something else. It just, yeah.
I would say yeah, because I see a lot of other streamers that play Tarkov that aren't doing that
Yeah.
right now, and I think I totally feel you there.
Yeah. And now, what, for somebody who mains this game, are you feeling at a point where like, okay, I'm going to switch it up, play something else at the tail end of the stream, or you're still just going hardcore Tarkov?
I recently I've been doing half and half.
Yeah.
Like on Wednesdays, I'll do like variety sometimes, and then I'll just like switch it up.
Yeah.
I like doing horror games. Is
Oh,
the
okay.
thing I like to go to. Like I think what did we just get done with? We are almost done with Visage. It
Yeah.
is really long, but it's worth it.
Oh, okay. And now, do you notice a difference in, when you go live with, say, Wednesdays, Tarkov, halfway through, you switch it up. Do you notice like a different community shows up, or it's just the same people, or what's your take on that?
Um, it doesn't seem like it changes too
Yeah.
much.
Well, that's
It doesn't
good.
seem like, yeah,
Yeah. Because you don't want to, that's a good thing to observe and notice that, like, okay, you can switch up games. You're not hooked to just rolling Tarkov all the time.
yeah. And I used to have that pressure to feel like that's what I had to do.
Yeah.
Because I felt like people weren't going to stay around, but I I don't feel that way anymore.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I can play something else and it'll be okay. And I think that's I don't know.
Yeah.
Like it was tough, but I got over it and I'm like it's okay.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's nice to have, to have that comfort to do that, because nothing worse is, feeling like you have to play a certain game, and then it's like, chat will pick up that you're not having fun, and, they may go find somebody else who's having fun.
Right. Well, yeah, and you want your community wants to see a happy streamer more than they I don't you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how I feel. Like that
Right.
streamer being happy is more important than like not liking what
Yeah.
yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah, because if they can find, they can find a whole bunch of other people who are happy or playing a game, rather than just watch somebody who's just miserable and just going through the motions.
Right.
Now, have you ran into the goons at all?
No.
No.
Mm-mm.
I
Not
same
yet.
here. Yeah, it's wild.
I
Yeah.
want to see them, but
But part of you don't want to see them, because they're just going to head eyes you, like, they're crazy. Now, have you done any offline events with your community or anything like that?
yeah, we just did this past Saturday where everyone had to come in with like a melee weapon
Yeah.
and then see who came out on top. I think we got like 7 people and it was a lot of fun.
Oh, that's a blast.
So,
Very
uh,
cool. Yeah, it's nice they added that, because now, like, for exactly what you're talking about, having your community come in and just do different things,
mhm.
and
Yep. And
and
you can have more than 5 people too,
yeah,
which is really cool.
yeah, and you don't have to worry about cheaters or anything like that. You can just, and nobody's losing their gear, and you can just, make some things up and go crazy with it.
Mhm.
And now, what's your thoughts on Arena? Do you think we'll get that
Ooh.
soon, or won't we see that until next year?
Um I know that they were doing beta testing for it this fall. I
Yeah,
don't know if that's already taken place or not, or if that's what's currently going on.
yeah,
Um, I don't know. They could surprise us and it could come out like really soon, and that could be the thing that
mm-hmm,
like perks it up before wipe. Or it could be it's either probably going to be this month or it's going to be when wipe happens, I
yeah,
think. So,
yeah. Now, are you looking forward to that?
ooh, yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Excellent. Yeah, I don't know. Part of me is like, okay, BSG's been so quiet for so long right now. We haven't heard a lot out of them. I just, I'm hoping all of a sudden, next week or next month, boom, we get, you know, Arena and, some snippet of the other piece of Lighthouse that we've been waiting for.
Yes. Yes, I feel like something's gonna happen. Like you said, they've been really quiet,
Yeah.
and like something's going on.
You get all right here. This is a fun one. So now you get to pick an all-star Tarkov squad to run with you. You name the name; they're there to run a 5-man with you. Who are the 4
Ooh,
people you're calling out that you would love to roll interchange with?
ooh, ooh. I definitely pick Sharptooth.
Yeah.
Sharptooth. Because I've always looked up to him as far as like interchange goes.
Yeah.
So you'd have me, Sharp, Queen. I'd probably do Queen because she's really, really good at interchange as well.
Yeah.
And then Nixie, of course.
Yes.
And then fifth, I would probably pick my other friend, Toadster, because he's
Okay.
really good
Yeah.
at the game as well.
All right.
And he's very good at interchange as well. So I'll probably go with Toad.
There we go. All right. So now, actually, this leads me into the next question, which is, who do you normally roll with?
Um, I I run with a couple people on a regular basis. I would say Captain K
Yeah.
is one. I have games with Toad on Wednesday.
Yeah.
I play with Nix every now and again.
Yeah.
Matt Moto. I've been playing with him a lot recently too. I play a lot with my community as well.
Okay.
Like
Yeah.
I do like half like with other streamers and like half with my
Yeah.
community.
Okay.
So,
And now, do you prefer to roll solo or do you enjoy rolling with a squad?
um, it depends on the day.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I like to run solo. And then like other times I think my preferred number if I am doing a squad at the most would be like 3.
Yeah.
I think 3 is like the perfect number.
Yes. Yeah. 4 or 5, you're pushing friendships right there.
Yeah. I remember my very first 5-man. It was with my IRL friend group. We were by like New Gas and
Mm-hmm.
Customs, and there's like a 4-man that showed up. It was horrible. It was bad. It was bad. There's TKs that
Yeah.
happened, and yeah.
Nothing worse than TKing in this game. Like, with your IRL friends, have you had any of them like just rage quit? It's like, I'm done. And, and secretly you're chatting with somebody direct, like, oh my God, I can't believe he just quit or threw all his shit down and that's it.
Yeah, yeah, that happened once. That
Yeah.
happened once, and I was the reason for it. I
Oh
remember
no.
it was the first labs raid ever, and I
Yeah.
thought he was wearing Raider mask, and I was confused about the area, and I think like I had just started the game. It was bad. It was bad. I felt so bad. I like apologized for like an hour.
Yeah. Yeah. When that TK happens and there's just those 3 seconds of silence, that just seems like it's a minute. It's like, oh my God, somebody say something.
The worst.
It is
It's the
absolutely the
worst.
worst. Yeah, totally. So now, how would you describe your community?
Crazy.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just super kind. Always full of energy.
Yeah.
Just really welcoming. Couldn't ask for a better
Yeah.
community. Just super.
Yeah.
I like how welcoming they are with new people. Like I said, I don't know. I'm just so happy to have them.
And now, do you get energy from them? Like when you start off your stream and you pop in, and then it slowly starts picking up, and it's like, yeah, you just feed
Yeah.
off that.
Yes. Yes. Because I see all the emotes, all the dancing emotes,
Yeah.
and just all just the hype. Yes. Yes, definitely.
Actually, I was gonna ask you, have you ever done like a 24-hour stream?
So I've done the drops event for 2 years. The
Oh no
first
way.
year I did it for 24 hours.
Yeah.
Oh my. This is probably my only 24-hour, but
Yeah.
man, it was the first like 12 hours I had one of my mods in my community because I had just started in the played with me for like 12 hours, then Captain K played with me the other
Yeah.
12, and it was man, it was long. I remember the last 2 hours being the longest of them all.
Yeah.
But it was worth it. But I don't think I could do it again.
Yeah. So now you had the Twitch drops from Tarkov.
Mhm.
Oh my God. So did you get a community handed off to you, or did you just start up and then they showed up?
The first year I didn't. But BSG popped in like on my stream like why they were live.
Yeah.
And it was I okay, so I don't have this anymore, but I used to like hard bass cat head dance,
Yeah.
and I was like, doing that whenever they popped in, and like to like Russian hard bass,
Yeah.
and like I just had all them like pulling in my chat, and I'm like, what's going on? I kept hearing this thing,
Yeah.
and like I like take it off, and they're just like, yeah, BSG's like here. I'm like, no, they're not. I was like, no. The second year, Sequisha rated me, which
Yeah.
was very nice,
Oh my
which
God.
was this past January.
So now, what is that like when you get that raid where you go from X to triple X? Like, there's nothing you can't prepare for that, right?
No, 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 no. That was a lot. That was a lot. Because I mean, I've had like raids that was like a couple hundred.
Yeah.
But like it was a lot. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh no. But it was really kind of him, and yeah.
Oh, cool. And now, for that 24-hour stream, what do you think, or, what is the toughest thing about doing a 24-hour? Is it just trying to stay focused and playing that one game for that long of a period?
Um, yeah, I would say, and whenever you get to like after, I think like 16, I feel like is like another hump to get over because that's naturally whenever you're supposed to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Whether your body's like, let's go to sleep, and then like you got to do the last 8. I think that's the hardest thing is trying to get through that. Lots of energy drinks
Yeah.
and things going on there.
And now, so you're wrapping up the 24-hour. What do? You just like, just walk away and you climb into bed and that's it. You're gone for the next day.
I man, I remember my voice, like I losing my voice the last hour of it,
Oh
and
no.
just like I remember just laying on the couch not being able to go to sleep because I was just thinking about like everything that had happened like during those 24 hours. But I eventually did, but
Yeah.
it's crazy.
And now, we talked a little bit earlier about the Tarkov community being just, such a great, just warm and welcoming and whatnot. What other communities have you, I guess, been in before Tarkov?
Um, I guess it was the World of Warcraft community.
Yeah.
I whenever people tried to help you and explain stuff, I don't know, it's really kind
Yeah.
and like in a like not like a you know crappy way. Like they're
Yeah.
just like super kind. This is how you do this, and it's
Yeah.
like this. Like I never had people come in and like be like rude, like oh you're doing this way wrong and like this. Never
Yeah.
had that happen in this community. Just really there for you. Like if you ever have questions, there's people there
Yeah.
that'll help you and not put you down for it.
Yeah,
So
well, that's good. And I think probably also I got to think that the size of the WoW community is just so huge versus Tarkov. It feels like it's a family. It's small enough where it
hmm
just feels that way.
yeah, it does. It does. That's a good wording for it.
Yeah. And now, one thing I also wanted to go back to is when we were talking about playing solo versus playing with a squad. I had Deadly Slob. I talked to him one time about solo and squad, and he goes when he's solo, it gives him an opportunity to basically be there with him and his chat. When he's playing with somebody else, it takes away from that chat and the content creator experience.
Yes. Yeah, yeah, I feel that too. I feel
Yeah,
that too. And that's whenever I've been running, I've been doing a lot of solo just for that because I want to give my community attention.
yeah,
Um because I love them a lot
yeah.
and I just want to give them that attention as much as I can. I love playing with people, but I do like giving them attention. Like Deadly said, it just it takes away whenever you're playing with someone.
Yeah.
It's hard to give them enough attention to.
Right.
So,
Yeah, like when Deadly put it this way, it's like, hey, chat, when I'm playing with somebody, it's you're along for the ride, but it's just me and streamer X today, and that's how he pitches it. And it's like that's a good way of doing that. What other content creators do you like to watch? Or are there any content creators flying under the radar that people should go check out?
I really like Dizzy Kitten. She's like a really big like variety streamer. I've
Okay.
been watching her for forever.
Yeah.
Like I think I've been following her since like 2016 or
Oh
something.
wow.
Splattercat's also a really good variety streamer. And I'd say Julie.
Yeah.
I'd say Julie. She moderates for a lot of people. She's super kind.
Yeah. Actually, Julie is going to be coming on after she gets back from TwitchCon.
There you go. There you
Yeah.
go. Yeah.
So now you're also a cat person, right?
Yes.
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 Now, are you a crazy cat lady or just a cat person with a couple of cats?
I only got one cat.
Okay, all
I only got
right.
one cat. So I got one cat and one dog. So not a crazy cat lady. Just yeah, I've always had a cat.
Yeah.
Always have had a cat. So
Now, what is a comfortable number of cats to own before you are considered the crazy cat lady?
I I think you can't have more cats in your home than you do people. I
Okay,
think is like the way I look at it.
that is fair. Yep. All right. So now, when you hit that, you're signing off for the day. So we know you like airsoft. What else do you do? Hiking. You say hiking. What else are some of the things you enjoy?
Um, I really like drawing whenever I do got time.
Yeah.
Before I went into business, like my business major, I wanted to do an art major and do that because
Yeah.
I've been drawing since I was a little kid, and I
Hmm.
had like my portfolio ready to go, but I was like, no, this isn't a good idea. But I'd say drawing,
Yeah.
um,
Now looking
reading.
back, isn't that a wise aren't you guys like, oh, thank God I didn't go for that art history major?
Yes. Yes.
And now you're saying you like to read as well.
Yes.
What are three of your top favorite books?
Ooh, Lord of the Rings, of course.
Yes.
Harry Potter for
Mm-hmm.
yeah, I'd say that. And then I don't know if I'd consider this like in top three or anything, but
Yeah.
I just got listening to Where the Crawdads Sing.
Oh yes, my wife loved that book. Absolutely loved that one.
It's crazy. It's
Yeah.
good.
Okay. And now, out of the Harry Potter books, which one really sticks out as your favorite?
I'd say four.
Yeah. Okay,
I'd say
that's Prisoner of Azkaban.
um Goblet of Fire.
Oh, Goblin. Okay. Yep. Yeah. For me, I liked Order of the Phoenix. That seemed like the stage where you know, they got their fight on.
That's a really good one too.
Yeah.
I really like that one.
And now, did you watch the new Lord of the Rings sort of thing that's on TV right now?
I watched the first couple episodes.
Yeah. And what's your
Um,
take
I
on it?
I don't know. I don't know if it's for me.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm thinking about it. I don't know
Yeah.
if Galadriel's a wonderful actress for the role. I think is how I'm feeling with it. But I'd really like I like everything else. Like I like the dwarfs. I feel like that was very good,
Yeah.
and they made that their culture feel like the way it's supposed to.
Mm-hmm.
And then the Harfoots, I think I really like the storyline that was going on with that.
Yeah.
I just don't like Galadriel as an actress. I don't think.
Okay. What else are you watching?
I really been watching House of the Dragon a lot.
Yeah.
That's really good. Trying to think. I'm really big anime watcher.
Mm-hmm.
I've been finishing up Bleach
Yeah.
recently. Trying to think of anything else because I don't really have a whole lot of time to watch a whole bunch.
Yes.
I really like The Expanse as well because
Okay.
I'm really big like space nerd.
Yeah.
So watching that it's really 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 good. I like that a lot. I think that's on Prime.
Yeah.
Um, I'm trying to think. Upload on Prime is also very good
Okay.
too. Because it's really, I don't know, it's crazy. It's like the premise of that show is like, whenever you die, you can get uploaded into this system, and
Oh,
then like
okay.
it's kind of crazy.
All right.
So yeah, that's really good.
And now back to your art for a second. What do you enjoy to draw? What are some of your, highlights that you drew over the years? Like, wow, I did a hell of a job on this one, and that's
Let's see. Do you know Lightning from Final Fantasy?
yeah.
I drew her in just all pen,
Oh, okay.
and it was this giant thing. I mean, I have it in the other room,
Yeah.
but it was it was huge. That was probably one big thing because that took me a really long time to do.
Yeah.
And I also did one of Pip, like a colored pencil of him,
Yeah.
and I know that one took me at least like 20 hours
Oh
to
my god.
finish.
Now, do you like to draw in a certain style? Preferred like pen, pencil?
I don't do very well in pencil. I
Yeah.
do really well with colored pencil, not
Yeah.
just regular pencil, and like pen.
Okay. Have you ever done any of those crazy dot ones that I've seen some people do? Like basically just, multiple dots and it ends up making like a crazy picture.
No, I have not done anything like that. Pen can kind of be like that whenever you do shading with pen because you
Yeah.
have to use dots for
Mm-hmm.
like shading instead of in some spots depending
Yeah.
on what you're needing to do.
Okay.
So,
Cool. All right. Well, what any goals for this year that you want to try to hit, or anything coming up you want to tell people about?
um, goals. By next year, I mean, my goal is to maybe hit partner,
Yeah.
but we'll see. Well, I'm really glad of where me and my community have came so far. So
Yeah.
yeah. Um, things that we have coming up. I know that Bad Barbados is putting together a Tots for Charity drive for some Tarkov streamers. He's reaching out to a lot right now, and he's
Oh,
still
cool.
reaching out to them. And a lot of streamers will be doing that from the 2nd to the 4th of December.
Yeah.
So
That's a
yeah,
good
I'm
idea.
looking forward to that because it'll be my first charity
Oh, cool.
that I've participated in. So
That's one thing don't think people realize how generous the gaming community are. You look at all the different events that people have done, and it's so cool to see.
yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah.
It's really really cool.
So now, you survived the podcast, but now it's you have to call out somebody. Who do somebody you don't like, or somebody, have a good story that should come on and share their experiences?
Um, I would say you already got Julie. You already
Yeah.
got Julie coming. I would say either Captain K or Matt Moto.
Okay.
Matt Moto, he is a veteran,
Yeah.
and he's just a very, very, very kind soul. Captain K, he's been a Tarkov streamer for like 5, 6 years.
Yeah.
Is the captain of the Tarkov Seas. Yeah.
Okay. All right. There we go. We got two candidates. So now you just threw them under the bus. Now I'm
Yep.
coming for them. All right. Well, Linzical, thank you so much for doing this. It was awesome to meet you, and thank you for taking the time.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you.